Dear students, welcoming all of you to the class 1.4. Class 1.4 deals with applications or uses of quantitative techniques in business and limitations of quantitative techniques. At first, let us see some of the important applications or uses of quantitative techniques in business. Linear programming technique, which is an important quantitative technique, is widely used for optimal allocation of scarce resources. In case of big projects with a large number of activities and events, it is very important to determine the earliest and the latest times for each of the activities and events. This is made possible by the network techniques such as critical path method or CPM, program evaluation review technique or PERT, etc. The next one is regarding the use of inventory technique. In large manufacturing organizations, it is very essential to maintain certain stock of raw materials so as to ensure continuous production and timely supply of goods to consumers. At the same time, the fund should not be kept idle in the form of inventory. Inventory techniques help to determine how much quantity of materials is to be purchased and when it is to be purchased so as to maintain a balance between holding cost and maintenance cost. Inventory techniques also help to fix various stock levels such as minimum stock level, maximum stock level, average stock level, etc. Another quantitative techniques such as simulation and decision tree techniques assist the business organizations in taking the best possible course of action under the conditions of uncertainty and risk. A replacement technique helps business organizations by suggesting an optimal strategy for replacing an equipment or a plant or a machinery. Again, queuing techniques help to minimize the cost of waiting and servicing the customers in queues. All these are the important applications of quantitative techniques in business. Okay. Now, let us see what are the important limitations of quantitative techniques. You know, quantitative techniques offer a lot of benefits to organizations, whether they are business organization or non-business organization. However, they are not free from limitations. The first limitation is with respect to the mathematical models or equations involved in quantitative techniques. Since quantitative techniques involve mathematical models and equations, they have all the inherent limitations of mathematical models and equations. Secondly, the quantitative techniques do not consider the intangible facts such as skill, attitude, vigor, etc., of the decision making authority or management. The third limitation is that implementation of quantitative techniques require huge expenses Therefore, small business organizations cannot make use of quantitative techniques. Mostly, they fail to afford the cost of implementation of quantitative techniques. And finally, quantitative techniques are only the tools for analysis and they are not the final solution to the problem. These are the important limitations of quantitative techniques. Okay. And this is the end of the first chapter, quantitative techniques. In the first chapter, so far we have discussed meaning and definition of quantitative techniques, classification of quantitative techniques, functions of quantitative techniques, applications of quantitative techniques in business, and limitations of quantitative techniques. Dear students, I hope all of you have been preparing notes of the classes without any delay. Thank you.